007 Legends. Thumbs down. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. This game actually isn't all that awful. It has its moments, but it's not a great game. So this is a game. It's a compilation of. It's a really interesting idea, I guess. So instead of giving you GoldenEye, they give you 5 different Bond movies that have what's the new Bond's name?
Daniel Craig.
That have Daniel Craig as the Bond instead of like Sean Connery or George Lazenby or Roger Moore or Pierce Brosnan or who did Moonraker?
I don't know.
I can't remember. Anyway, so they found the movies that have that have Jaws and have Oddjob.
Mm-hmm.
And that's about it.
Okay.
And it's a very, very budget title. It is not a great game.
How long is each movie?
About hour and a half to 2 hours.
So as long as a movie?
Yeah, I guess so.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, have you seen all of these movies, or which of these Bond movies?
I've seen Moonraker, Die Another Day, Goldfinger, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I've not seen On Her Majesty's Secret Service, and I'm unsure.
On Your Majesty's Secret Service, or License to Kill. I think Goldfinger's my favorite of these. Let's do the first mission, because it's shorter.
I like Moonraker a lot because it reminds me of Austin Powers. Or it has a lot of what Austin Powers took from.
Yeah. Well, except Oddjob's in Goldfinger.
Right.
Anyway,
yeah.
So this is not a great game. You'll tell pretty quickly just by like the player animations and stuff, and like just like small things. Like it says infiltrate Auric Enterprises. It's kind of, I don't know. It's just not well presented. It doesn't look great. I think it's using the Call of Duty engine. At least it feels like it.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's a good thing, right?
Yeah. Except for where it's not good, they don't
Xperia.
do a good job.
Is this a Sony game?
It must be. Was that with the phone that he had?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, all the Bond movies always have like tie-ins, like
which car brand? The BMW,
the Beamer, the Aston Martin in what was the Pierce Brosnan movie that was listed there?
Die Another Day.
You get to drive that Aston Martin. I'll do that level next. So this game is not great. But it's not awful in the way that Resident Evil was awful. It's fun, it's stupid, and it's like if you absolutely love Bond, then you may get a little bit of your fix out of this. But like in no way is this anywhere near as good, or like is going to create the memories that GoldenEye may have done for you, 15
nostalgia.
years ago. Yeah, there's no way that this game is going to relive any of that nostalgia or create new nostalgia for you in the future, if that makes sense. So like, just small things like this. Like that little 6-meter thing reminds me a lot of Call of Duty. It's got to be the Call of Duty engine. It's published by Activision, so yeah, it's just got to be.
That fire looks cheesy as hell.
Yeah, the fire look, and like that's the objective, right? Like I just have to shoot the ceiling, and then the water bursts. Like no, there's actually not a lot of objectives. I think that's the only one that's that dumb.
Yeah,
but I don't know. It has gadgets. Like there's so I got this cell phone thing right here. There's some situations where you have to take pictures for evidence. Sometimes this is like the electricity scanner. You'll have to like follow a line through the wall and find the source of the power and then hack that to turn it off. There's like a fingerprint scanner that also doubles as like a toxic gas scanner. You get this watch that pinpoints enemy locations on the map. And then you can also like hold left trigger and aim it and like use that to zap surveillance cameras. Yeah. because there's actually a lot of stealth in this game, which really sucks. The stealth parts are just boring and dumb and terrible. And the AI is, like, compared to Dishonored or something, or, you know, Metal Gear, or any genuine stealth game, it's pretty bad. I mean, it's just not, it's not interesting in the way that manipulating...
Ooh, that was cool.
The stealth AI in good stealth games really is. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So, this game also has a ton of customization, but it's really poorly designed. So, to equip it, and this will take you a little bit of time to really figure out on your own, because it's not well explained through any in-game tutorial. So you have an upgrade shop, you can buy a bunch of different upgrades for your different classes of weapons. And then at any of these like briefcases throughout the game, you can just, anything that you've bought, you can attach to your weapon. So for the assault rifle, I use the reflex sight, compensator, which reduces recoil, and then the laser pointer, right? And then you can, I don't know, add different things to different guns. It's just like poorly designed though, because like you hit right to equip it, or to like scroll through your potential different equipable things, and then you have to hit A, and it's just not an intuitive system, if that makes sense. Oh yeah. And you know, just like to activate the buttons, you just walk up to it and hit X, and it doesn't give you that nice little animation of you actually hitting the buttons on the screen. But at the same time, Resident Evil, the last Premature evaluation we did, it was filled with long, elaborate cutscenes for everything. So it's like, well, this is a fast-paced game, and it's not bogged down by tons of stupid BS. So where's the nice middle ground?
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of tough. Well, there's like 3 different hacking systems in this game. It's really weird. So right now I'm holding the left and the right trigger at different like pressures to adjust how high up on that scale the little bars were. And then
is Q in this game?
Q is not in this game.
Did you see?
Oh,
the
one other thing I should
trailer?
mention. Yeah, so the game starts off with a Skyfall trailer, and Skyfall is going to be free DLC for this game when Skyfall comes out.
So in less than a month.
Yeah, the PlayStation actually gets it quite a bit before the Xbox. It was like
there's
2
that
weeks.
Xperia Play coming in.
Yep, there it is. There it is.
No, in Skyfall, Q has turned from an old man to like a 20-year-old dude.
Yeah, that was in the, like, I think we saw that during Looper.
Oh, like the behind the scenes.
Yeah. And he was like,
weird.
You've got to be kidding me. Like, you're the new Q. Alright, so let's do the stealth section. This isn't fun. Let's kill some motherfuckers. You know, they do use a lot of the music, which I love.
It's classic music.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. It'd be like a Star Wars game with nothing but, I'm Han Solo, I'm Han Solo, or like shitty remix versions of that. So I'm supposed to get down to that lower area. I don't think I ever figured out like the correct way to get through this. You know, oh, shit.
What are those?
Those are detection meters.
So when they go red, that means they see you?
When they goes red, that means they see me. But I don't think he's coming for me. I think he sees a dead body, and he's going to that. Yeah, he doesn't know where I am. He sees a dead body that I killed. Yeah, well, fuck it. I'm just gonna run. Oh, don't drop in the lava. That could have been bad.
Liquid hot magma.
Liquid magma. Yeah, the cutscenes aren't great in this, and like, if you haven't actually seen the movies, I don't think this game does a particularly good job of explaining the story. But I've seen them all, so I didn't have a problem following it. So I gotta take pictures of these, and theoretically I'd be in stealth right now, and like
so it's kind of
stealthily
like
taking pictures.
Pokemon Snap in a way.
Yeah, 007 Pokemon Snap Edition. That's a great way of putting it. So because I set off the alarms, there's just like tons of reinforcements coming my way. Oh shit. Oh, shnikes.
You're gonna die.
I think the door's gonna close behind me.
Oh, nice.
And I'm good to go. See? You know, it's just... It's not.
I am invincible. Come on, Bond quotes are acceptable.
Oh, absolutely. That's why I'm laughing at it. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at your joke. So, you know, like, I just walk through that little door, and the alarms are off. So in that way, it's shitty and dumb, but it's also not a complex game. It's a simple game. This is a very simple game. I think that's it's fun. It's meant to be just fun, but like there's a million games that I think that do just being fun better, like Call of Duty or Halo.
Yeah.
So I can't.
Is that a lot of vagina?
That's pussy galore, actually.
Oh, well, yeah.
A lot of vagina. Exactly. Such terrible names. Like the worst B-level writers you could possibly find. Like, who wrote that? Pussy galore?
Ian Fleming wrote that.
One of the other feminine leads is I think it was
Octopussy.
Well, yeah, there's Octopussy. I think it's the name of a movie.
I know.
Something Goodhead is the name of Halle Berry's character, I think. Hey, you don't have to like spin the sticks to open doors that have a crank on them, like in Resident Evil. It's my new favorite game. So yeah, just ignore them, move on. Oh, and they're gone. You know, it's just. So if you love Bond movies, this is not a good Bond game, and you're not going to get a lot of satisfaction out of like replaying through these.
Is there any multiplayer?
There is no. I don't think. Yes, there is multiplayer. I haven't even touched it yet, though. And there is kind of like a challenge mode that seems kind of like Spec Ops mode. But playing that offline, it was not working at all. Like I would get 5 stars on the first mission, and then it wouldn't unlock the next one, or it wouldn't save.
Yeah.
So I never got past the first one.
Would you recommend someone rent it?
If you really love Bond movies and you want to play Skyfall, maybe. But it's just not. It's a fun, dumb game.
How are the achievements?
At like $10, maybe, I would buy this. I'm not allowed to open fire.
Are the achievements easy?
The achievements are not super easy.
So it's not one of those games you buy to get like 1,000 gamer score.
Okay, so I'm going to get into that in just a second. Or the objectives and getting 100% and all that. So this game has incredibly poorly explained objectives. So right now, you would not know that there is an additional side objective that I'm supposed to complete in this area, right? But if you hit start and if you hit start and like read through this, it says secondary objective, plant the tracking bugs. So if you want to get 100% in this game, you have to constantly be checking your secondary objectives, and they're not marked in the game at all. So they're incredibly hard to find. So it says plant tracking bugs on 2 Goldfinger's trucks so MI6 can track them. These are the 2 trucks. And it's not like I have to navigate through my inventory to find a tracking bug and throw it on the truck like you did in GoldenEye. You have to walk up to the driver's side door and then just tap X. And there's no animation or anything of you actually putting the bug on there. It's just, you just walk up to it and hit X. So it's not like, I don't know, it's just kind of cheap in that way. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's the side objective. But in addition to that, there are level trials, 3 level trials on the hardest difficulty. And, like, I mean, you have to hit start and then hit Y to even know that there are trials within every mission. And then they're not presented to you up front until you see that you failed them. Until you see that you failed them at the end of the whole thing. So it's like, I have to keep my hit ratio above 90% and then shoot the 7 targets. The target trial, they don't tell you what the targets are. I've never completed one of the target trials. There are 7 targets throughout this level that I have to kill. I have no idea what they are. It doesn't. I don't think it tells you when you actually do it. There's also a fuckload of collectibles. Let's see, MI6 intel. So do they even tell me on this menu? No, they don't. So they don't tell you how many collectibles there are until you finish the mission, and you see that there's like 3 different kind of collectibles, but they're all just like intel, like things you walk up to and hit X. They're not, and they're just like scattered around the level, kind of lazily. There's also so the upgrade shop, talked about that. There's also this training modules perk system where you can buy these different perks, and I just bought the ones for extra health. And then the one that makes it easier to like lock onto enemies quicker. And it's not a very elaborate or interesting perk system at all. Like the first 3 perks that I bought are the only ones I'm going to use.
Yeah.
There's like there's no fun in experimenting at all. The attachment. And there's also Call of Duty boatloads of challenges. Like,
use every gun.
Get tons and tons of kills with every single gun. Oh, that sounds like fun. Using these really crappy guns to unlock everything.
I'm just going to walk around with a flamethrower for half an hour.
Oh, so...
Can I help you?
Yes, you can, pussy. You can help me.
A lot of vagina.
A lot of vagina. So what's your favorite Bond movie, not including Austin Powers?
What is Goldfinger doing?
Not including Austin Powers.
I don't know.
It's got to be GoldenEye.
GoldenEye? It's actually a really, really good Bond movie.
GoldenEye's awesome. I've seen it probably a dozen times.
So many of the Bond movies, they have like insane, over-the-top villains. I actually like the kind of crazy villains, like Jaws or Oddjob. I don't like if the supervillain, if his plan is too crazy, that's where it loses me. So, what was the Pierce Brosnan Bond movie where like the supervillain was the news conglomerate Rupert Murdoch style dude? Do you remember that one? And it was like set in Asia, and he had like this weird submarine, and he was gonna like control the news.
Yeah,
I didn't like that one at all. It just made no sense to me. Goldfinger, I like because it's actually a really cool idea for a scheme. Do you remember the plot?
No.
So
I love gold.
So this is the boxing system. This is so dumb, and it comes up all the time. Every final boss, this is what you do. So he kind of blocks, and you have to hit up or down on the right or left stick.
So it's more or less
it's a quick time event. It's an extended quick time event. There's no parrying. Well, there is some parrying because sometimes they'll have a weapon, and you have to hit like a slightly different button to counter their attack, and then you have to disarm them, and then you box them to death. It's so dumb. Anyway, so Goldfinger, James Goldfinger or whatever his name is, he is like a gold conglomerate, and he is buying a ton of the world's gold supply, and then he's going to break into Fort Knox and set off a bomb that contaminates all the gold in Fort Knox, therefore increasing the value of all of his gold.
$100 billion.
Yeah, that's kind of a cool idea. Like, that's a cool evil scheme. So this is one of the other puzzles. All right.
Tomorrow Never Dies was the
Tomorrow Never Dies
media one.
Yep, there you go. So can you figure out which buttons I'm supposed to hit first?
Right, bottom, left, up, left. Or is it the opposite of what I just said?
It's top, left.
Okay, so the opposite of what I just said.
178, or was it
5, 6, 7, 8, 3, 0, 9.
God.
0, 3.
0, 3? Okay. Hey, got it. All right. Oh yeah, now the investigation sequence.
Look for turds.
So yeah, this is the... What was that old MTV show?
Room Raiders?
Room Raiders, where they go in and be like, oh, what's that stain on the pool table? Gross. Scan that. Ew.
Unidentified?
Unidentified stain. Disgusting. Hey, you want to say hi? The recording.
Hi.
I think that's it. Yeah, so it's really weird. There's like 5 different puzzle hacking things in this too. So that was picking a lock. You saw the fingerprint thing. Mm-hmm. There was the 2-bar thing.
Kentucky.
And then there's another one where you have to like spin these colored knobs to.
You said knob.
Spin these colored knobs to like get the patterns to match up. It's, I don't know. It's really weird. There's like a surprising amount of different hacking mechanisms built into this game.
What is that? Is a humongous keychain. Is that Fort Knox?
Yeah, that's Fort Knox.
Who are you calling?
A friend.
Oh, so for the non-U.S. viewers, the Fort Knox is where the U.S. government keeps their. It's the government treasury where they used to keep all the gold that backed up the U.S. dollar when the dollar was based on a gold standard. And there's Oddjob.
Seriously, who throws his shoe?
Honestly, that really hurt. Excuse me.
Good day, Mr. Bond.
Doesn't he get electrocuted?
He does. That's actually how
With
you,
his hat?
Yeah, that's how you kill him in the next mission. But I'm not going to play that one. So, yeah, dodge the hat.
Get his hat and grab his hat.
Yeah, why didn't you grab his hat, dude? You just left it there for him, or like kick it off.
Now he's just gonna throw it again.
Yep.
Ooh. No more little bonds after that.
No. So now I just run for the exit. You could probably play it smart and just kill everybody. But it's easiest just to run.
Are you on the easy difficulty?
I'm on the medium difficulty right now. The hardest difficulty was actually pretty easy. I don't think this is where I'm supposed to go. Well, it is. You know, Daniel Craig in Sean Connery's place. That's kind of cool. I like the idea that they didn't like... You know, they took the newest Bond.
I would have liked to see Connery's hairy chest.
I would have liked to have seen... Yeah, you would have. No, I would have liked to have seen... I don't know. I think it was done well, putting him into all these other movies.
Yeah.
I don't think it's actually him doing the voice acting, but...
You don't know his voice well enough to...
I don't know his voice well enough, and I didn't check the credits. Maybe I should have. So, oh. So now I sit through an unskippable cutscene.
Where a laser cuts you in half.
Yes.
Starting with the penis. Oh man, that would suck.
That'd be the worst death. What if they just stopped, like, after soldering your nuts off with a laser?
That would suck. I think it would suck more if they kept going.
All my life, I've been in love with its brilliance, its divine heaviness.
Is that Carl Goldfinger?
Carl Goldfinger. No, that is... I love gold!
Gold member?
Gold member.
I do not intend to let you or MI6 interfere with me.
Dutch.
Crazy Dutch bastard.
Goldfinger, do you expect me to talk?
Oh, what's that line? I don't hate anybody for their race or creed, except for the Dutch.
And you butchered that one.
I know, I'm asking, what is it?
When MI6 will send a right to replace me, they know what I know. You know nothing.
I only hate two things in this world. Intolerance of other cultures.
That's
and
what it is.
The Dutch.
That's much better than what I just kind of came up with.
And I don't think what I said was the exact quote.
It's
but
good enough, but I want to watch Austin Powers now.
Yeah.
Is that on Netflix?
You or anyone.
I've got them on DVD.
Dub video dub?
Dub video dub.
What an archaic technology. Dude, when's Netflix going to let me rip my DVDs When's Netflix gonna have
Like a match program?
Yeah, so like
iTunes
like
Match?
iTunes Match. That'd be pretty badass, actually.
You just put all your movies from your library in?
Yeah,
And then have access to them?
yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be
Like,
awesome.
hey, I already paid to watch this whenever I want.
Right,
Add it to my queue.
right, because you're paying this monthly Netflix fee.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Judo chop!
So yeah, so there was only one secondary objective there, which I completed, but I didn't the first couple of times. And see, bonus target shots, dude. Didn't it say 0 of 7 or 4 bonus targets? Weren't there more than 2 bonus targets when I looked at that the first time? I have to look at the tape on that, but I'm pretty sure it didn't say 2. I'm almost 100% sure it didn't say 2.
I think it said 7.
Yeah, there's a lot more than 2 bonus targets.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay, so
No, target trial.
oh, it was the target trial.
That had 7.
Bonus target shot versus target trial. See, it's just not well explained.
Alright,
at
so
all.
Target obviously sponsored this game.
Target trials. Target
The Walmart
bonus deals.
trial.
The Walmart trial. Oh, God. Hey, it may come to that someday.
Yeah.
There's already retailer exclusive everything for every game. So let's do what I wanted to do. So the driving sequence. And then I think we'll call it. So there's a decent amount of like action driving sequences in this too.
How's the driving?
You want to do it?
No.
You just want to get this done? Yeah, sure. No, I'll do it.
Like the driving in the Bourne game was insanely easy.
Oh, really? So this is kind of crazy right now. Like right now, I'm just driving on ice with this beautiful Aston Martin, the one that turns invisible. Unfortunately, you don't get to turn invisible in this, but like after driving for a couple seconds, like right now, I'm going sideways on ice. Now I can turn on the traction control and get those metal spikes, and I'm like significantly more. Whoa!
Doesn't show, but
Yeah, like you can't tell at all. I can kind of feel it.
yeah,
With how the car
you're not
controls.
sliding.
No. But the last sequence of this, whoa, is absolutely terrible. And I'll probably get it on my first try. Oh, shit. Oh, wow, I spun out of that well. Now I turn on the threat detection system. I can see where they're falling.
Wow,
Yeah.
neato.
Yeah, that it's like, okay, if you were a kid and you loved Bond movies,
Yeah,
and your dad was like, oh man, I used to play the hell out of GoldenEye back in the day. And your dad was looking for a game to buy your young kid. I could easily see someone mistakenly buying this game. Because that's exactly what they're going for.
yeah.
But
The license.
The license, yeah, 100%. But like GoldenEye, it was an awesome game for the time. Doesn't hold up particularly well, but it was an awesome game.
It was amazing.
See, I don't know how he jumped there.
Bothers you?
Yeah. So now I can turn on the weapon system. Fire missiles at him. And I shoot. Fire the missiles. While I'm dodging all the other bombs that he's dropping.
Man, I can't. Like when you're talking about the kid and dad thing, that kind of makes me excited to be a dad.
And buy games for
Yeah.
your kid and play games with your kid. Yeah, like see?
I do want to do that.
Yeah, that wouldn't be half bad. And this wouldn't be a terrible game for that. It's like, no, there's no co-op for these missions.
Then you could watch the Bond movies with your kid.
Yeah, like you watch the movie and then you
Do the missions.
play the game. Yeah, that'd be fun.
Man, that is a missile-proof car that you're shooting.
Yes, it is. Or very weak missiles, one or the other. To like teach your kid all the things that you grew up with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make him watch crappy stuff.
Yeah, like my dad made me watch all these old Bond movies. I appreciate it. I
Yeah.
appreciate it now, you know?
Yeah. Did you
So many
appreciate
of them are
it
bad.
then?
Okay, so this sequence is fucking terrible, right? Like there's these crates you have to dodge, and like the car controls are pretty bad. If you hit one of them, you're going
done.
to fail and have to redo this last sequence. And I'll probably get it right on the first time, but like when you get really close, look at how close they. Oh shit! Look at how close they spawn. I got on my first try there. I can't tell you how many times, they like appear inches in front of you.
No chance.
And then they knock you off. And like normally they send you spinning and you don't catch the plane at all. So it's kind of a shit show. Yeah, I don't think I really want to play anymore in this game. I'm done with it. I uploaded a full playthrough. I don't think... Is your mic on? It is on. Good. Thank God. I uploaded a full playthrough, 007 difficulty. We may also be uploading a full walkthrough, showing all the secondary objectives and stuff like that, but I won't be doing that myself. They threw a contributor, so maybe we'll do that. But yeah, if you just want to see the rest of the missions, you can definitely check those out. Be sure to subscribe to the First Impression
Premature
evaluation show. If you like this video. All right, thanks a lot. Game on.
Game on.